line, 800-334-5009. Visit LightSourceWater.com. Light Source Water. Taste and feel the difference.
Southland weather from KFI. Sunny for today. Highs from the upper 60s to mid 70s at the beaches, upper 70s and 80s inland. Highs in the 80s and 90s for the valleys. Highs from 82 to 87 in the inland OC. Highs from 94 to 100 in the IE. Lows to drop into the 60s by nightfall. We lead local live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Claudette Stefanian.
Rick Edelman, #1 New York Times best-selling author and founder of Edelman Financial Engines, takes questions on his radio show.
Hi, Rick. I have a pension and can take it as monthly income or a lump sum. Which do you think is better?
Well, the monthly check is only as safe as your employer's ability to pay it. I mean, that will never rise, so inflation will erode its value. You have no access to the principal, and when you die, the money stops, even if you die tomorrow. So we usually recommend a lump sum. You get to invest the money however you want and generate your own income. You have full access anytime, and whatever's left over goes to your spouse or kids. But for some workers, the monthly option is better, so you should meet with a financial advisor to be sure that you're doing what's best for you.
That's Rick Edelman, founder of Edelman Financial Engines, with his advice on pension. If you have a personal finance question, talk to an experienced financial planner at 888-PLAN-RICK or visit rickedelman.com.
Live,
KFI,
local,
AM 640.
and iHeart radio station.
This is Handle on the Law, marginal legal advice, where I tell you you have absolutely no case. Tom, we'll go back to you and we'll have you start all over again. I know that it was a little difficult for you with your brother. So can you, let's go back to the beginning and make it a little quicker if we can. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I appreciate that.
No, please.
Come up here. The voicemail is 2 minutes long. It was the Monday before he died. He died on a Saturday, and he was trying to. He was asking me to come and get him and get him out of there.
And he was in the hospital with COVID at the time, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And as I found out later, that he was free to go if he could get up. The deal is for everybody out there. He can. There's 3 ways to get out. The doctor cures you, the doctor releases you, or you can simply get up, put on your shoes and your shirt and your pants, and walk out the door. You're free to go.
Yes.
So
you can do that against medical advice. Yes.
Yeah, and of course the insurance won't cover you, but you can be free.
Right.
So I didn't know that. I don't know if he knew it, and I doubt very seriously if they'd let him walk out the door, even under those circumstances. But anyway, the question is, what do I do? Which way do I go? Now, the police are involved, the public. I called the police that morning trying to get a welfare check. That's the only thing I could think to do. I didn't have transportation.
Well, did you know he was in the hospital at that time, Tom?
Yeah, 2.5 weeks we've been in there.
So why would the police do a welfare check if he's in the hospital? Because clearly he's being taken care of a whole lot better than what the police could do. So
because he was calling me,
I understand.
asking me to,
get him out.
He was strapped to the floor. They restrained him, and I understood that. I don't know if he was strapped to the floor, but I asked him if he had been hit. He said yes. And so here's the thing: the voicemail tells a different story.
The voicemail from whom, Tom? Who left you the voicemail?
My brother.
Your brother. Okay, and was you said
he was in the hospital. He called, and he didn't say anything, but the noises tell a different story.
Okay.
So he's reacting. It's like you're getting hit in the stomach.
Okay.
You're getting and those kind of sounds. A lot of commotion, a lot of noise, a lot of thuds, body hits, and so that's the problem. So the question is, okay, the police are involved. They're so-so about it. Well, it could have been this. It could have been that. The Department of Public Health, which investigates that, their licensing and certification, they're looking at it very. She's put the case on the top of the pile.
All right.
Tom, what is your
question?
is also there. The question is, what lawyer would I get? Which way would I go? Because these people, I don't know. You know
Right. So hang on. Here your problem, Tom. I get it. I understand the issue.
Okay.
And so here are the good points and the bad points legally. Is that at this point everything that's being done is being done. I wouldn't even call a lawyer because you have to let them finish the investigation because the authorities are already doing that. They're going to do a far better job of investigating than you ever could, for example. The problem is your brother died. And you have to argue that he wouldn't have died but for what they did. And he was suffering from COVID. And how old, Tom, was your brother?
Yeah.
How old was he?
I'll tell you what he died of, too. He was 77.
Oh, okay.
And he had a cardiac arrest on that morning. They tried to bring him back twice, and the third time they said they couldn't. Now,
okay.
The only thing I can see is just he was under tremendous stress on that Monday before the Saturday.
Yeah, but Tom, based on that, I mean, there is no lawsuit there. He died of COVID, 77 years old. That in and of itself brings a tremendous risk. If he was on a ventilator, there'd be a 95% chance he would have died. And what they're doing, the authorities are investigating whether or not he was either being abused or beat up based on just the recording on that voicemail, which probably is enough certainly to kick off any investigation. But in the end, whoever, let's say they did abuse him, and let's say they did act in an inappropriate way, that wouldn't have stopped him from dying. That's the point. And yeah, so therefore, any cause of action you may have as to wrongful death is simply not going to fly. You feel terrible for people like this. I mean, I really do. You get a phone call from your loved one. Here I am in the hospital, and you hear all kinds of weird noises, and it sounds like he's being beat up. I mean, that's just a crazy story, isn't it? And there's nothing there, unfortunately. And it could be if there was something seriously going on there, they're going to get away with it, or they're not. All right, Jay. Hello, Jay. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Hi, Bill. I got a high-class citizen. I filed my taxes in March or so, or April, like we're supposed to do every year. And I'm married with 3 girls. And I had a tax person do it. And every time, I haven't received the tax return yet. They owe me about $4,000 or so. And every time I go onto the tax, website, it says processing. And this has been since, March of last year. And now I'm getting ready to file my taxes again this year. So my question is this. Do I get a lawyer?
You get a lawyer for what?
Well, they owe me money, right?
Yeah?
They're late, right?
Yeah, okay, they're late, yeah.
If I'm late, I owe them money,
That's
right?
correct, yeah, absolutely true.
Yeah.
Okay, and they owe you $4,000, and they're not paying it for you, and you want to know if you get a lawyer. I'm going to give you. Let me give you a name of a lawyer, because the lawyer's going to want $5,000 as a retainer agreement.
Correct. I thought about that too.
Yeah, so you'll pay really $5 to collect $4. Hey, does it make sense to me?
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah.
Now,
by the way, you got your PhD is in what area of mathematics? I'm just curious.
Actually, I'm a biologist.
Oh, yeah, are you really?
I am.
Wow, and you're asking this question. I love it. Now, obviously, it's your tongue is through your cheek at this point, but you just pegged it. When you owe them money, they're a bunch of bastards. When they owe you money, relax, because it's going to be a while coming, and there's not going to be any interest paid either. On the other side, there's interest. Yeah, it's the way it goes. I mean, welcome to the world of dealing with the IRS. And now, usually when you do an electronic return, they're pretty quick. If you've done it electronically, and you go on the website, still processing, I don't know, because that happens pretty quickly. But you can fall through the cracks, but in the end, you just wait. That's all you can do. All you do is wait. David. Hi, David. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Bill.
Yes.
Can I reduce the 21% of my pension I've been paying to my ex-wife since she has been married for over 20 years now?
She's been married to someone else for 20 years?
I got divorced in '93. I was paying $1,700 a month on a teacher salary for 5 years. Then she got married. I stopped paying that. I retired 8 years ago.
Oh, I see.
He gets 21% of my pension for the last 8 years. Can I reduce that?
Okay. Now, it's simply a formula. Is that 21%, is that the percentage that she is owed of your pension based on the top number of years that she was married to you? I mean, is that all kicked out?
That's what they figured at STIRS. The lawyer there said that's what they deemed 21%.
Okay, the answer is no, you can't stop paying because that's hers. She's entitled to it because.
Can't refuse it either, huh?
Well, you can. You can go into court and argue that it wasn't properly configured. Although it's been a lot of years. You go, hey, if it was wrong,
But she's married, even though she got married.
And it depends again, but that's not it. But that's pension, and you have to look at the divorce decree. Support stops when someone is married usually, but the pension during the time that she was married to you, that's basically an investment that she has. You can't just arbitrarily say, because you got married, the investment that we have, I'm going to keep it all now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the answer is no. Just better off. What ends up happening is when you hate your ex-wife, which so many do, giving her money on top of hating her just makes the hate increase several degrees. And just revel in that. I hate her, and I'm paying her a lot of money to hate her. See, there's always upside. There really is. This is Handle on the Law.
I'm Claudette Stefanian, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva says he has concerns over the shooting by a deputy of a man with a knife in East LA. The shooting happened back on March 14th when a 34-year-old man was having a mental health crisis. The Hollywood Pantages Theater is set to reopen on August 17th and will require ticket holders to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Willie Nelson has taken steps at the Texas Capitol to play a concert in support of voting rights. The country music legend has called a GOP-backed bill un-American because of its effect on low-income neighborhoods. We check out a crash on the 60 next.
Are you suffering with knee pain? Have you tried shots, pills, yet you are still suffering with chronic knee pain caused by bone-on-bone osteoarthritis, a torn meniscus, a fall, or accident? Have you been told that you need a knee replacement? Here is good news from Dr. Philip Yu, founder of 21st Century Pain Institute. You may now have hope of reducing or eliminating your pain with a new non-surgical painless laser stem cell treatment, the West Coast's only laser-guided stem cell therapy. This new treatment may reduce or eliminate your knee pain in minutes, and Dr. Yu is using this treatment on NFL alumni players with their knee and back injuries. Here's a special offer. Dr. Yu is offering a special $97 new knees in a day exam that includes an infrared laser joint inflammation scan, a Neuro 7 nerve test, and X-ray MRI review. Normally $375, but just $97 for the first 27 callers. Grab your cell phone and dial pound 250 and say knee pain. There is only a limited number of $97 exams, so on your cell phone dial pound 250 and say knee pain.
This is Chris Collinsworth. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings.
Kevin Durant is now the United States all-time Olympics basketball scorer after Saturday's winner of the Czech Republic. Jason Tatum leading the way with 27 points. The U.S. heads to the knockout round. Rams safety Jordan Fuller ready to embrace a leadership role, telling reporters Friday he considers his responsibilities, quote, a big honor. Angels take on the A's today. The Dodgers, meanwhile, try to rebound from Friday's loss to the Diamondbacks on the road. I'm Trey Bender.
Download the DraftKings app and use code SPORTS to get a free shot at millions of dollars up for grabs this week with your first deposit.
Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
Southland weather, KFI. Sunny for today. Highs from the upper 60s to mid-70s at the beaches, upper 70s and 80s inland. Let's check in on the 60.
Eastbound 5 just before the 605 in South El Monte, there's a crash that's stuck in the middle lane. Watch for slowing as you approach the 605. Heading to Workstone and Boyle Heights, northbound side of the 5 between Caldona and Grande Vista. The right lane's closed until 1 p.m. It's closed at 7:10. And they're also doing work in Ontario, westbound side of 10 between Archibald and Vineyard. The 2 right lanes are closed until 5 a.m. Monday. It's a heavy ride from Haven. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. It's fun car.
This report is sponsored by Corky's Pest Control.
Okay. Pest control is not rocket science. It's just well thought out planned treatments applied by well-trained and educated professionals. That's Corky's Pest Control.
Call 1-800-901-1102. Corky's.
When it comes to your identity and keeping it safe, the folks at LifeLock want to make sure that your information stays secure. So let's say during the pandemic, or even now, you're working overtime, you're saving your money, you're paying off your debt, and now some identity thief wants to steal your information. This is why LifeLock by Norton helps monitor your information and alerts you to potential identity threats. And if you do become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based specialist will be there to help fix it. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor every transaction, every business. But when identity thieves try to take what's yours, you don't have to take it lying down because there's LifeLock. Save up to 25% off your first year. Call 800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com, promo code HANDLE. That's LifeLock.com, promo code HANDLE, or call 800-LifeLock, promo code HANDLE. Once again, that's promo code HANDLE for 25% off at LifeLock.com.
Hi, Don. I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and I'm calling to give you a random act of helpfulness.
Wow!
We heard you'd like help getting something for a veterans organization.
I work for the nonprofit. Homeless veterans are referred to us. We help them to get back into society and to get into permanent housing. Barbecuing is something they love to do as a group, so I've been trying to get them one, but there are no extra funds for those types of things.
Well, Honda would like to help. We're going to get them that grill.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I'm just so excited. I've got shakes and chills.
Today we help some veterans, and we can help you too. Right now you can get 0% APR financing on an award-winning Honda SUV, like the 2021 Pilot. Visit SoCalHondaDealers.com to find a helpful Honda dealer near you. For well-qualified buyers on approved credit through Honda Financial Services, Don is a real person and must pay to be on the radio.
Seller's Advantage. You call them up if you want to get out of here. You can't live in a place where they won't let your kids go to school, all right? Your kids are going to get permanently damaged by this. And if they won't let you work, what's left here? Go where you can get a job. Go where the schools are open. Call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy your house as is. And they can make this happen quickly. You don't have to fix up your house. You don't have to clean it. There's no strangers walking into your home. Those open houses are dreadful. No such thing with Seller's Advantage. In fact, they'll close on your home in days if that's what you need, or months. They're highly reviewed on Google, A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Seller's Advantage has purchased over 10,000 properties since 2007. BRE number 0196-1658. SellersAdvantage.com. Call them. 888-321-AS-IS. 888-321-AS-IS. 888-321-AS-IS.
Need to set up or amend a living trust? Laguna Legal can help. Most people who don't want to use an expensive attorney end up using an online service which offers little to no guidance. Laguna Legal specializes in making the process of legal paperwork simple, smooth, and affordable. With our help, you can get a complete estate plan for just $950. A complete estate plan for $950. Laguna Legal can also prepare and electronically record a deed transferring your properties into your living trust. With a properly funded living trust, you'll have everything you need to protect your family from probate and avoid inheritance taxes. Laguna Legal also specializes in divorce mediation, setting up corporations, and preparation of many other legal documents. For more information or to download our Living Trust questionnaire, visit LagunaLegalHelp.com. That's LagunaLegalHelp.com or call 877-7-LAGUNA. 877-7-LAGUNA. The employees of Laguna Legal are not attorneys and cannot give legal advice. They are bonded and certified legal document assistants. Laguna Legal works closely with several attorneys who can give you the legal advice you need. Call 877-7-LAGUNA.
Would you get on an airplane if you knew it had a 50% chance of crashing? You may be riding that plane right now. If you have your money in a 401k or IRA and you plan to take out the recommended percentage each year when you retire, your chance of running out of money is 50%. 50%. But there's a better and safer way to secure your income in retirement. Discover how in a free book called Rescue Your Retirement. This wealth building strategy has never had a losing year in more than a century. In fact, even the man who invented the 401k now prefers this method instead. Get Rescue Your Retirement free for just a small shipping charge and enjoy a safe landing and a comfortable retirement. Get this free book and make sure you don't run out of money. Hurry, this offer is extremely limited. To get your free copy, just go to growwealthsafely.com. That's growwealthsafely.com to discover how to rescue your retirement. growwealthsafely.com.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. Whether you want to learn Spanish for future travel plans, French to connect with extended family, or maybe German to land a new job, Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you'll actually use. All you need is 15 minutes a day, and you'll be on your way to confidently speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel is designed by real language experts using a modern, conversation-based technique that makes learning fun, engaging, and best of all, memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then sentences gradually get more complex. Soon you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. And with 14 languages to choose from and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll be sure to learn what matters most to you. Babbel, language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded. If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com.
KFI AM 640.
This is Handle on the Law, marginal legal advice, where I tell you you have no case. Joanne, or is that Joan? Which one is that? Joan. Hi, Joan. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Thank you. I teach middle school online right now via Zoom, and one of my classes is PE, and we have a couple other PE teachers in the department. And basically we show a video and the students work out to the video and that's the class. And it's gotten really boring and monotonous and we're thinking of ways to switch things up. So one thing I was doing was a scavenger hunt and my kids have rules posted that they had to acknowledge. Like, I'm not going to run. If the item's upstairs, I'm not going to get it. Or if it's like in a cupboard or somewhere unsafe, I'm not going to get the item. What they do is they go find the item and they come back and do an exercise. Okay, so if you don't have the item, you agree that you're just going to do the exercise. And so I tried to cover my butt that way.
Sure.
And another teacher said, well, if you do that all the time, it's not going to be that special. But she said, what I do is I have a day where the kids pick their exercise. And she said, it's amazing. She said, I have kids with their GoPros showing me they're out jogging on their bike, skateboarding, or they set the phone up and I can watch them swimming for I think it's 30 minutes. And a red flag went up when she said swimming. And I said, well, if you're watching a kid swimming and they drown, aren't we as PE teachers going to be liable?
Well, if you're not liable, I certainly would argue that you're liable. Encouraging kids to swim in a pool where there are no adults supervising, I would argue that there's liability there in case the kid does drown, for sure. And go ahead.
I'm going to say, well, the one of the PE teachers made up a form that the parents have to turn in, and it says, in an effort to offer fun options, the PE department will be allowing students to choose their own activity on special days. And she lists it could be skateboarding, swimming, etc. The list goes on. In order for your child to participate, please verify below you are allowing your child to choose their own activity. So it says, yes, we have discussed the activity and she will be doing it with my permission, or no, I don't give them permission.
Right.
They cannot to watch the video. And then it says the activity chosen must allow for teacher observation via Zoom. And the parent says, yes, we understand and we'll set Zoom up to create a safe environment for the activity, or no, I don't give my child permission. Those are the two things the parent has to fill out and send via email. And I'm wondering if that's enough.
Yeah, I would think that is probably. That certainly helps enormously because it's the the parents who then are taking on the responsibility to oversee the safety of the kids, where the teacher is no longer responsible for the safety and lets the parents know about it and puts it on the record. I'm just watching them do it, and if it is at all dangerous, the parents have to know, and they have to be there. It's like anything else, where for example, if you have an 11-year-old kid that's going to go skydiving, you really want the parents to sort of know what's going on. And so I think that would do it actually. But good for you for calling. How do you what?
Well, thank you, but how do we prove, like, the kid didn't just send in the form on their parents' email because they want to staple it?
Well, you can. You can do now. It's going further. There's probably a signature card in school that you can ask that be matched. Signature verification, like they do in voting. Now, when I went to junior high school, see, these are where all the kids were other idiots. You know that first signature card that you sign? And I remember this vividly because I used to skip school all the time, and I'd write my own notes. I signed that original signature card. So the signature always matched. That's why I'm so smart, because from day one. But any reasonable attempts you can take, and the other thing you can do is, let's say, a phone email. You then contact the parents by phone. That's easy. You have their phone number.
I have 47 kids.
Well, you got to call every one of them. And you call every one of them to make sure when they give permission. There's not much else you can do. By the way, that story about me signing that original signature card, that's absolutely true. I mean, all through junior high, whenever I wanted a day off, I just took a day off and, please be advised that Bill is ill today and will be at home. All right. Well done, don't you think? This is Handle on the Law.
I don't know what you're thinking, and I kind of like that. Keeps it fun.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Fatal crash. I'm Claudette Stefanian, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. A 5-month-old girl has died in a car crash in Torrance. The girl and her mother were ejected from a car last night. The crash happened around 5 when one of the cars was making a left turn. Police say the girl and her mother were passengers in the back seat of the car that was making the left turn. A freight train is stuck in a tunnel near Santa Clarita. The Union Pacific train stalled inside a tunnel yesterday near Pine Street and Railroad Canyon Mountain Way in Newhall. Buses were used to transport stranded commuters. Crews are still working to clear the tracks. Legislation introduced by a congressman representing Long Beach strengthens regulations for migratory birds unintentionally killed by commercial activities. Wildlife legal advocate Jim Murphy says the bill from Congressman Alan Lowenthal addresses rule changes by the Trump administration.
As birds face really kind of new and troubling threats, certainly the last thing we need to do right now is to further remove protections.
Murphy says fines have been paid for decades for birds killed by things like power lines, wind turbines, and oil spills. The Migratory Bird Protection Act, supported by Republicans and Democrats, would make the regulations permanent. The CDC says COVID-19 is continuing to live through people who don't have the vaccine.
The virus is smart. The virus is out to make sure that it can survive, and it is an opportunist that will go where we are not vaccinated.
CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky says the key to overcoming the virus and the pandemic is to get vaccinated. She says she is all for more vaccinations, but she says it's up to the White House to figure out if and how a national mandate would play out. The national eviction moratorium will expire tonight. Congresswoman Cori Bush says the eviction moratorium needs to be extended.
I'm frustrated. I know what it feels like to have to live on the street. I'm frustrated. I'm disgusted.
She slept on the steps of the U.S. Capitol last night in protest. Bush is an activist turned lawmaker who led protests over the fatal police shooting of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri in 2014. In California, an eviction moratorium has been extended by Governor Newsom through September. Environmental experts say the heat wave last month was the most extreme summer heat wave ever recorded in North America. The Berkeley Earth nonprofit group says record temperatures across the region were nearly 36 degrees hotter than average for June. Researchers say the high temperatures led to nearly 200 heat-related deaths in the U.S. and nearly 600 deaths in Canada. Actor Bob Odenkirk is confirming he had a heart attack and that he's going to be okay.
The star of Better Call Saul gave the update on Twitter Saturday. Odenkirk said he had a small heart attack and that he'll be fine because the doctors figured out how to fix the blockage without needing surgery. Odenkirk collapsed on the set of his Breaking Bad spin-off in New Mexico. He thanked everybody for their support and the love he's gotten this week, calling it overwhelming. Odenkirk tweeted, "I'm going to take a beat to recover, but I'll be back soon." Mark Ronner, KFI News.
Crash on the 2.
Downside at the 134 in Eagle Rock as the crash is blocking the transition to the 134 east. It starts to jam up as you approach the transition road. Heading to an issue in Diamond Bar, eastbound side of 60, just before Phillips Ranch Road. There's a crash stuck in the right lane. Left lane. Watch for delays from the 57. And there's problems in Moreno Valley on the westbound side of the 60 at Pigeon Pass. A crash involving a big rig has the left lane and carpool lane shut down. It's a 10-minute delay from Peacock. At KFI in the sky helps keep you faster. Soaring Cross.
The temperatures continue to heat up. I'll tell you about it next.
Contractor license 1047-781. Dad taught me to do things the right way, not the easy way. You got any brothers and sisters? 8 sisters, 7 of which are older than me. Did they teach you anything? They taught me that people matter a lot. I'm talking to Ken Goodrich, owner of Gettle Air Conditioning and Plumbing. The day I started my business, my first job was for a 90-year-old man whose air conditioner broke down on the hottest day of the year. And he didn't have any money to pay me. That's awkward. He was really embarrassed. So when he asked if I could take an old cello as payment, I told him I always wanted to learn to play the cello. The what? The cello. It's like a giant violin. You talking about the thing standing in the corner of your office? Yeah. I didn't know you could play that. I can't. Then why'd you take it? I took it because he would probably have died if I hadn't fixed his air conditioner. I took it because people matter. I like working here, Kenny. I like working here too, Zach. Get 'em. Goettl. We'll keep you cool, but it's hard to spell.
Southland weather from KFI for Monday. Highs in the mid to upper... Oh, excuse me. I am looking at the wrong weathercast. Sunny for today. Highs from the upper 60s to mid-70s at the beaches. Upper 70s and 80s inland. Highs in the 80s and 90s for the valleys. Highs from 82 to 87 in the inland OC. Highs from 94 to 100 in the IE. Lows to drop down in the 60s by nightfall. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Claudette Stefania.
Advice where I tell you you have absolutely no case. If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com. And if you're a lawyer and want to join our team, because people desperately need your help, go to handleonthelaw.com and click on the Join Today tab at the top of the page. The following is a pre-recorded program. One of the hot spots of the pandemic happens to be the UK. England was one of the early countries that got nailed. It was hit particularly hard. It's been on total shutdown a couple of times. One of the variants of the virus that is now going around the world that's scaring everybody because it's more easily transmitted comes out of the UK, and so they have the same levels, the tiers that we do around the country, particularly here in California. We have, I think, 4 tiers. We're in purple, and then there's I always wondered why these tiers. You think it'd be red, green, yellow, but there's, I think the worst is purple, and then the second worst is sort of a teal, and then there's some really weird colors. So, in any case, they have their own tiers. They just call them Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. What, because that makes sense. Anyway, so they have shut down bars. No one can walk into a bar anymore. And there is an owner of a tequila bar, and he is the proprietor of a bar called 400 Rabbits. And what he has done, and we've seen this happen before, but not under the world of the pandemic, is he has applied to the government to make 400 Rabbits, and it's building a religious facility. It is the Church of 400 Rabbits. And he is saying, hey, and here's why. Churches can stay open, I can't. Which makes it kind of interesting, because it's a good argument. Wait a minute, how about social distancing? You can social distance in a bar as easily you can social distance in church, so I don't quite get the argument. But he went on and has made application to be recognized as a religion. The Facebook page for 400 Rabbits has been rebranded the Church of 400 Rabbits. And in the post, he goes, with places of worship allowed to open in all the tiers, we thought, let's start a religion. Can't be that hard, can it? And so we're launching. And they're trying to grow a congregation for the purposes of obtaining credibility. England, it's a little bit tougher to get a religion going. United States, it's very easy. You call yourself a religion, you're a religion. And it's really hard to define what a religion is or is not. And so the site describes the Church of 400 Rabbits as a place of worship where you can drink mezcal without having to order a Carvery dinner, a place where you aren't kicked out into the cold, heartless night at 10 p.m., where you can get away from those busy gyms, supermarket shops, beauty salons, massage parlors, cinemas, theaters, sports venues, Christmas markets, schools, university betting shops, and anywhere else you'll be allowed to remain open, while pubs and bars cannot. Well, it's kind of fun. Are you going to go any place with that? No, of course not. But when you think about it, the rules do seem kind of arbitrary. What we have going here in California is restaurants are shut down, well, certainly in Southern California, depending on the county. I live in LA County. Restaurants are shut down both for outdoor and indoor dining. And they have yet to figure out how dangerous it is in terms of transmission rates at restaurants. They really don't know. So not a whole lot of science there. Okay, let's definitely take some phone calls. Matt. Hello, Matt. Start with you. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Bill, I have a family case. 11 years is not over. I have an attorney. She waits. This is a fourth time continuing. The day comes, she finds some excuse. The morning she moves 3-4 months ahead. What do I have to do? Is there
get another lawyer? Matt, get another lawyer. What are you doing with a lawyer that does this? Second time out, you should have said, okay, it's time for another lawyer. That's what you do. You fire her. That's all. And if there's any bills outstanding, you don't pay them. And if you've overpaid, I'd sue her for legal fees. And then you figure out what she didn't do and what she charged you for. But I'd sue her for every continuance, all the time spent on it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, why would anybody stay with a lawyer? 11 years, case been going on, 3-4 continuances, last day, I'm sick? No, that makes no sense. Hi, T, welcome.
Hi, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an old friend that befriended me. He offered me money to testify and lie in an unemployment hearing, and I said I wouldn't do it. And he's also done massive unemployment fraud and food stamp fraud. He trained his dog to go into female restrooms when kids and adults go in there, and then he goes in there after his dog. He trained his dog to drink out of the toilets, and his dog drags his butt on the grass now because he has tape form. How do I find out this guy's last name so I can report him for fraud? All I know is his first name.
But hang on a minute. I certainly get the dog rubbing his butt on the floor because of tapeworm. I had that issue going on, but thank goodness for antibiotics. That straightens a lot of stuff out. So that one we can put to bed. If he has offered to pay you money to lie, how do you not know his last name?
I just never asked it.
And where do you know him from?
San Dimas. I know his license plate number.
Okay, but hang on. Where do you know him? No. Where do you know him from? That you had a relationship enough that he said, "Would you lie for me?"
We're Trump supporters.
You're Trump. That's it. So it's just, hey,
we go to Trump rallies, car shows, rodeos. and I never knew his last name.
And he just asked you to lie, and then well, you can find out.
He offered me money to go testify, and I said, no, I wouldn't do that. I got it.
And after that, he just went after you. So he clearly knows your last name. He clearly knows where you hang out.
Yeah.
How do you know this issue about the bathroom? Dog training, drink out of toilet bowls?
I seen him do it. I told him to quit having his dog go in there when females go in there. And he drinks out of the toilet. He trained his dog to drink out of the toilet, and then he goes in there when females are in there.
Sounds like an interesting guy, to say the least.
Here's what else he does. He gets washers, dryers, refrigerators out of the trash, and then he sells them on eBay, and they don't work. And then he laughs at the people and don't answer the phone. They try and get their money back.
Sounds like quite the guy. Yes, if you have his license plate, you can track it down and see who owns it. That's available, I believe, through the DMV. What an interesting guy. All right, I didn't know where to go with that one. Kathy, hi Kathy, you're up. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. My name is Kathy with
Yes, it is.
And this will be a calming conversation.
What does that mean?
Let's all calm down.
Whoa. And why would I want to calm down, Kathy? Explain that to me.
Because it's an erotic world.
It's an erotic world, and don't you want not be calm when you're involved in eroticism? Anyway, what can I do for you, Kathy? Please.
You're brilliant.
Correct. Okay. You know, that's a good way to start the call. We're on a good spin here. Yes.
Yes.
What can I do for you, Kathy?
I'm a senior citizen. I'm 50.
That's not a senior citizen. Well, hold on. We stop right there. Senior citizen. Nope. 50 is not a senior citizen. Nope.
Oh.
So you're a citizen. Yeah, you're not senior at 50. But let's move on. I think you have to be. It depends on what it is. I think 55 is where it starts, where you can call yourself. Depends on where you're looking at legally as a protected class.
And when I wear Depends?
Oh well, you can wear Depends. I mean, you can wear Depends at 45. All right, so I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you because we only have a couple of minutes. Go ahead and finish your question, your further question. Yes.
Yes, sir. I work in a warehouse, a 10-hour shift, 5 days a week. Yes, I'm not a senior citizen. You corrected me on that. Thank you. And they play sexually harassing club music. When I'm bending over and reaching, Bill, I'm sorry. Bending over and reaching, and it's 80% female. The workforce is 80% female, and I'm bending over and reaching for items to stock my order, and they are playing sexually abusive music. You have a case of sexual harassment.
Oh. I don't know if the bending over and reaching has a lot to do with it, because as you're bending over and reaching, and I'm assuming your rear end is then stuck up in the air, does anybody do anything about that? Does anybody grab you or look or comment? Or is it just the music and you happen to be bending and reaching over at the time?
But it's club music, Bill.
Yeah, I understand, but I don't know, club music is what they want to play. I don't know where the sexual...
L-I-C-K, lick.
Yeah, what about it?
That's harassment.
No, it really isn't. No, it's not. Let's all calm down. This is Handle on the Law.
Stefanian live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The LA County Health Department says 96% of all recent COVID-19 lab tests are the Delta variant. The federal ban on evictions is set to expire this evening. Broadway is reopening in September, and theater fans will have to follow strict health guidelines to be able to attend shows. We go ahead and check out some traffic trouble on the 60 next.
Hi, my name is Ellie Ortiz, and I'm the owner of Laguna Legal. Laguna Legal has been providing excellent personal care to our customers since 1998. Most people don't want to use an expensive attorney, and they end up using an online service which offers zero guidance. We are the solution you have been looking for. Laguna Legal specializes in making the process of legal paperwork smooth, simple, and affordable. With our help, you can get a complete estate plan for $950. Laguna Legal also specializes in divorce mediation, setting up corporations, electronically recording deeds, and so much more. Call us. We would love to be your go-to source for all your legal document needs. Our phone number is easy to remember, 8777-LAGUNA. That's 8777-LAGUNA. Or visit our website, lagunalegalhealth.com.
The employees of Laguna Legal are not attorneys and cannot give legal advice. They are bonded and certified legal document assistants. Laguna Legal works closely with several attorneys who can give you the legal advice you need. Call 877-7-LAGUNA.
Southland, sorry about that. Southland weather from KFI. Sunny for today. Highs from the upper 60s to mid 70s at the beaches, upper 70s and 80s inland. We've got a crash on the 60.
Eastbound side of the 605 in South El Monte. This crash is blocking the transition of the 605 south. Your right starts to slow from Peck. Heading to another issue on the 60. This is in Merino Valley on the westbound side at Pigeon Pass. The crash involving a big rig has the carpool lane and left lane shut down. It's a 10-minute delay from Peacock. And in Fontana, they're doing work on the northbound side of the 15 between Sierra Avenue and Glen Helen Parkway. It's an alternating lane closure in place until 4 a.m. Monday. It's a heavy ride from the 210. KFI and this guy helps get you there faster. I'm Soren Crump.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey DQ fans, the chocolate and peanut butter in your favorite Reese's candy is taken to a whole new level in the Reese's Extreme Blizzard Treat. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Reese's Pieces, chocolatey topping, extra peanut butter, and world-famous soft serve. Grab it today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
When it comes to your identity and keeping it safe, the folks at LifeLock want to make sure that your information stays secure. So let's say during the pandemic, or even now, you're working overtime. You're saving your money. You're paying off your debt. And now some identity thief wants to steal your information. This is why LifeLock by Norton helps monitor your information and alerts you to potential identity threats. And if you do become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based specialist will be there to help fix it. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor every transaction, every business. But when identity thieves try to take what's yours, you don't have to take it lying down because there's LifeLock. Save up to 25% off your first year. Call 800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com, promo code HANDLE. That's lifelock.com, promo code HANDLE, or call 800-LifeLock, promo code HANDLE. Once again, that's promo code HANDLE for 25% off at lifelock.com.
Would you get on an airplane if you knew it had a 50% chance of crashing? You may be riding that plane right now. If you have your money in a 401k or IRA and you plan to take out the recommended percentage each year when you retire, your chance of running out of money is 50%. 50%. But there's a better and safer way to secure your income in retirement. Discover how in a free book called Rescue Your Retirement. This wealth building strategy has